In this reaction, we have sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid, and we're going to balance this equation. I've written out the elements on each side of the equation, and you'll notice that I have SO4 as its own thing here on both sides. So if you have an SO4, one of these polyatomic ions like the sulfate ion here, on both sides, it's very helpful just to put it down as one thing. That can really simplify balancing. Let's see how that works. So I have sodiums, one, oxygens, I have one of those, and then hydrogen, I have one hydrogen here, plus the two hydrogens here, so I have three hydrogen atoms. And the sulfate, SO4, I have one of those. Over on the product side, I have two sodium atoms, I have just the one oxygen, because remember I'm counting this as one thing later. Hydrogens, I have two, and here's my sulfate again, SO4, I have one of those. Okay, so when I look at the reaction, it seems like I have some odd numbers here. It'd be nice if those were even. And then I have one sodium here and two here. So it looks like I can put a 2 in front of the sodium hydroxide, and that'll balance the sodiums because I have 1 times 2. That equals 2. And then that should solve our problem here with odd numbers because I have 1 times 2. I now have 2 oxygens. And for the hydrogens, let's get rid of this here. And for the hydrogens, I have 1 times the 2, so I have 2 of those, plus the 2 right here. So I have 4 hydrogens. So our sulfates, they're still balanced. Now our sodiums are balanced, and we have the oxygens and the hydrogens. Let's just fix the oxygens here. I have 2 on the reactant, 1 on the product. So if I put a coefficient of 2, I have 1 times 2. That equals 2. So now the oxygens are balanced, and we have to fix the hydrogens. 2 times 2, that equals 4, but that's great because we have 4 here. So now everything's balanced. We have our sodiums, oxygens, our hydrogens are balanced, and we have one SO4 group on both sides of the equation, and we're done. This equation's balanced. If we didn't use the SO4, if we had sulfur and we added the oxygens together, that gets a little bit messy and it can lead to error that can make balancing equations quite difficult. This is Dr. B with the balanced equation for NaOH plus H2SO4 yields Na2SO4 plus H2O, and thanks for watching.